Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new over here, I post anonymous stories online. So if you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. My ex is coming to get married soon, but she still sneaks to my side almost every week. I feel bad for the guy, but I still kind of have feelings for this girl, so it's hard to say no. She broke my heart some time ago, so it's also like a payback for that. There is no way I'm going to marry this type of girl someday, knowing the kind of person she is and what she has done to me previously. The problem is, this new guy about to marry her probably doesn't know half of the things I know about her. His own is he has seen a fine girl on the street, then or he's starting to spend money foolishly on her and even planning marriage. This girl's mother and sister all called me names those days we were together. I'm talking late last year, no. So I met this cute, charming guy one day when I was at the mall to get some groceries. So I was coming out of my Uber and I spot this guy. Not gonna lie though, I admired him when I saw him coming out of his car. I was like, damn, another good looking guy who breaks so many girls' hearts. So I walked in to get my stuffs, walking, picking the things I wanted from the shelf to shelf. And to my surprise, it was my hottie in front of. So I cleared my throat and said, "Excuse me, please." And he turned to my direction and he said, "Oh, sorry." And he moved a little bit and I picked an apple cider vinegar and was about walking. He said, "Oh, I see that's what you are drinking, huh? No wonder you have a fine shape." And I turned to him and said, "Excuse you." And he smirked. Not me saying in my mind, "Wow, cute guy with a dimple, huh?" Back to reality and he said, "Yeah. Or am I wrong about that?" Yes, you are wrong about that. And I rolled my eyes and I left him hanging at his spot. Since this guy don't give up easily, came to pick some yogurt when he walked up to me again. To my surprise, he said he was sorry to say that. So he wasn't sure of how to start up a conversation with a good looking lady like me. Boy, you ain't wrong about that. So I was like, never mind. It's fine. And he said, "I'm Henry, by the way," stretching his hands for a shake. Ellen, while smiling, "Wow, such a nice name." And I said, "Thank you." So, can I by any chance get your number or something? Taking his phone out of his pocket. "Sure, why not?" So we exchanged contacts. So after I was done, I walked up to the cashier and paid up. So I was outside waiting for my Uber and was really frustrated because I ordered the Uber for some minutes now and it still hasn't arrived yet. And I heard a familiar voice at my back. "Do you need a ride home?" And I turned. Harry, "Oh no, don't worry. I ordered for a Uber. Thank you though." He said, "Nah, I insist to join. I'll drop you home. Now my Uber is almost here. No need." He looked disappointed and he said, "Oh, okay then. Let me know when you're home, okay?" "Sure, I will." Long story cut short, got home, we started talking more and I got to find out he's not staying in Ghana, he only came to visit and a whole lot. Got his heart broken several times and scared to be in a relationship. My mind was, fine body, like you, they get broken hearts. Okay, so weeks pass on, we got meeting up. And one day he suggests to meet up and have fun. I was down for anything called fun actually. So we went out and had fun talk. He also asked about my previous relationships, and I did get that though. But Charlie, everyone just a live fake life or more. Since we both had the same past issues, weeks pass on with endless fun and outing. And one day he pops up the question. He said, "Why don't we give each other the chance to love again and see what happens next? Ellen, will you be my girlfriend?" I was speechless. "Sure. You want this? Are you sure you want this? Besides, are you not leaving soon?" And he said, "Yes, I know that, but we can give it a try. You know my gender, dada. Do some shakara saha and I accept it." Later in the day, he asked me to meet him at some place. So when I got there, I hugged him and we kissed, the vibe. Low, and he said, "I have something to tell you actually, but let's get there first." In the car, my mind was roaming. Charlie, I was like, "Ellen, what have you gotten yourself into? Is this guy genuine? Like, I have faith he is. Is this my end?" Guys, I won't lie about all that end. We arrived at a nice, beautiful house. A security man opens the gates and he drove in. When I got down from the car, I was amazed to the core. He walked up to me and held my hand and we walked inside the house and he was like, Please sit here. Let me go get my parents. My mind was like, your parents, my guy, you know, talk me if they come your family now. My guy makes serious like that. I was seated there looking around like some village girl. Some minutes later, he came down with two good-looking people. I greeted them with a bright smile, and oh, they also did. Long story cut short, his parents were lovely as him. On our way home, I broke the silence. You didn't tell me you were coming to introduce me to your parents. And he smiled and said it's not a big deal. I just want them to know you. Same applies to you. Besides, I'll be leaving 2 days from now. Okay, if you say so. He came to drop me home and we parted ways. A day before he would leave, he invited me to come see where he stays. I went, we talked, had a lot of fun. I cooked and I helped him pack his things. We cuddled, kissed, kept assuring each other to be loyal, committed, and we're going to stay in touch always. We kept on talking and didn't realize it was late. I was about to leave when he asked me to spend the night with him, but he promised not to touch me, and I was like, okay. So in the morning, I have to rush home to get ready and escort him to the airport. Got home, dressed up, went back to his place, and we got to the airport. His family members were already there. This guy there, DB Ankasa. Long story short, we are still in touch, and the love is still burning, and we spoke today also. And that's the end of today's story. Good day. I am a guy aged 27. I met this guy and she was sweet and all that. She literally did everything I wanted. I used to boast to my friends that I can make her do whatever I wanted. One day I made her send me some money just to prove to the gents I'm in charge. I never treated her like a real girlfriend. She was just another girl. We have this quiet guy in our circle. He went behind my back and asked the girl out. He did it after I told the guys that I've been ignoring the girl's calls for 2 weeks. They are now dating and the girl is not taking my calls. I know I didn't treat her well, but dating my friend is disrespectful. As for my friend, using what I told him to win my girl is childish and against bro code. I'm planning something massive for them and they won't see it coming. No, you won't see it coming. The audacity, you are treating somebody bad and your friend feels you are missing the opportunity to do something great with somebody and he has gone for it. If it was in other cases, then it would have been bad, but in this particular case, you're just being wicked, and only God knows why you were pushed to express your thoughts out loud. You think you were being smart. I don't know what you thought you were doing. This era is very hard to come across genuine people. You've come across when you're taking advantage of them, you're saying you're planning something massive. It will collapse on your head. I met my boyfriend at my workplace, and when we met, he was working. But as time goes on, he stopped his work because the job was not paying him well, and also he rents as well. His salary was 600 Ghana with a degree, so he thinks it's a waste of time working with that company, so he quit his job. He is not from this town. The job brought him here. He packed his things to his friend's place to stay with him since I'm still staying with my parents. His friend changed at once and started fooling all of a sudden. Though I was the one buying him food and everything in that house, we don't fuck at the friend's place. We rent a guest house whenever we want to fuck. Some few months ago, I also stopped that job I was doing because the manager was worrying me. So he asked me to quit my job too. So we started spending my savings that I was doing. I got a job at a nightclub and I discussed with him and he said his girlfriend would never work at a club. I convinced him till he said no. Since I'm not staying with him, I still went ahead and did that job. God being so good, that very day I started that job, I met my destiny helper and he asked me to stop that job and go that very night, and I told him it's late so I would leave in the morning, and he agreed and gave me his card and gave me 300 Ghana. So the next day I called the man and he asked me to meet him and asked me that what is a nice girl like me doing at a club, and he can see future in me, so he would like to go take me to school. Like, we spoke for a while and he gave me 2,000 Ghana. To cut the story short, Things changed completely and we got money. I rented a place and we're okay. Now I'm at the university now and I got my boyfriend a job too. And they're now paying him well and he loves me too. But I have been cheating on him with a man. I was with him this morning and he shared our story with his friends that I have really helped him a lot and he appreciated it a lot and he will never leave me and he will marry me. But his friends told him that I'm cheating with a man by all means. I am dying inside. I feel like I should tell him. And he is very principled and strict. Even when he lost his job, I was the one taking care of the mother, sending him money to cover my boyfriend so that the mother will not suspect that her son is not working. The man doesn't worry me. Oh, he's very good. We don't talk long on phone. And besides, he's married with kids. We've had sex 3 times per. And he's still taking care of my family too. The man takes care of my university. We barely meet. I have met him for sex like 3 times. I haven't told anyone about it because I don't have any friends. What's killing me the most is that my boyfriend hasn't cheated on me before. It's been a while I even set my eyes on a man. It's just been phone calls. Okay, you guys, hear me out, okay? I have a man here, but yesterday I posted a guy on my status with no bad intentions. My man viewed and said nothing. He later called me on phone and I was on another call, but I answered and he said, I'm talking to the guy I posted, and I was like, no, it isn't him, and told him who I was talking to, my cousin, but he was doubting. I think so. I tried merging the call so he confirms himself and he hanged up. Called severally when he hanged up. He didn't answer. Later he called back and I tried explaining he's not anything to me. I even sent him a screenshot of me telling the guy to send me the video so I find him a girlfriend. My boyfriend is mad at me because of this since yesterday. He said I always say sorry after doing something wrong, so he's used to it. I don't know what to do. I want to ask my boyfriend for monthly allowance. Will he see me as a gold digger? I don't want him to have bad mentality about me. We love each other and I don't want this to spoil our relationship. I am working, but I want the money to supplement what I make. What I make monthly isn't enough. I make 1,500 cedis. And how is asking my boyfriend to support me financially making me a street girl? And besides, my boyfriend's salary is about 4,000. So I met this girl on TikTok. I said, oh, this girl nice. So let me try and see how best we can fit or get along. I added her, she added me back. I texted her. First 2 minutes, this girl said I should help and pay for her phone to get repaired. This girl doesn't even know my real name. Oh. She doesn't even know where I live. Meanwhile, she had told me where she lived because I asked her. I decided to send her the money for her phone. Right after sending the money, this girl asked if I could help her buy some stuff for school. She's in ATU. Like same day. Oh. Within 20 minutes. So I told this girl to relax and get to know me first. I asked that we meet the next day in an open place. She texted me the next day asking if I could send the money. I was like, yo, just relax. We are meeting today, so I will give you the money. This girl vexed, saying that I'm saying she should relax. Now me, I want to take advantage of her. That's why I want to meet. I said, but I sent you money last night when I hadn't even met you in person. And I even wanted to meet you in your neighborhood, not mine. Now this girl says if I can't send her the money, then we should forget about the friendship. My problem is not the money, but the sense of entitlement these girls have. Like if you talk to a girl, she thinks you owe her money or you have to take care of her by force. Like relax, I'm trying to get to know you. I am not a stingy person. I try my best to be nice to everyone, whether male or female. But if you behave some way and make it look like it's your right to get money from me, then I will stop, Charlie. Good evening, everyone. This is my story. My girlfriend cheated on me because she needed 100 cedis for transport to go to work. I told her she should wait early morning. I did go to the ATM and get there the money. I couldn't because I was late to work that very day. Something came up too at work, so I called her to tell her everything. Could you believe she didn't have patience and cheated on me? She slept with someone for 100 cedis to come to work. She called the office to inform them that her father is very sick at the hospital. So she did be late, but I knew she was lying. But I just didn't want to say anything, not knowing she's with another guy having sex. So I later questioned her on how she got the money. She told me her dad gave her the money. And I said, hey, you called the office telling them your dad was admitted at the hospital because he's sick and she said she had to lie for coming to work late. This is how I got to know she cheated on me. Later on, about some months passed when the thing was eating her up. She called and came over. She told me everything about how she got the money to come to work. That very day, I was just quiet looking at her like I was really surprised. Seriously? So she then asked for forgiveness and I forgave her. She wanted us to have sex that day, but I told her I wasn't in the mood, so she should go. I did call her when I'm in the mood. I couldn't believe what my ears have heard. This girl, pa. Well. So I forgave her and we moved on. So some months later, she realized she wasn't feeling too well and I sent her money to go for a checkup. Could you believe she was 3 months pregnant? And I was like, how can you tell me this story? It's not easy. What even pains me more is that she said the guy told her he'll give her the money if she allows him to have sex with her. My girl said that she didn't agree, but the guy gave her something to drink and she felt dizzy. She said she's pregnant and she's begging me to take care of the child. Someone's child. Nah, I can't, I begged. I told her she should go and tell the guy she's pregnant. She said she can't. Since then, I haven't heard from her again till now. Well, after that, I never touched her again because I knew something like this would one day happen. I was hurt, so I gave myself some space to heal from all this. We never had sex anytime she comes around. She was even shocked. It was serious. I was waiting for my father to return from Nigeria so we go see her family. She knew about it. Her family knew. I was waiting for my father and they were even happy till this happened. Her parents apologized and wanted us to sort everything out. Honestly, we did, but I told her family I can't continue with the relationship and can't take care of someone's child. That's what I have been asking myself and I fail to understand is why they can't go and make the guy be responsible for the pregnancy. I called to ask whether they've gone to the guy's place. She said no. And I was like, why? She didn't give me any explanation. So I asked her now, I don't care again. It's her own cup of tea. I don't even know if they've aborted the baby or she gave birth. Today she called me asking for money. That's when I got to think about what she did in the past and decided to post her today. We are no longer dating. Since I told her I can't take care of someone's child, I never heard from her again. My girlfriend of 2 years and I were going through some problems. She suggested we give each other some space for a while. I didn't like the idea of space because naturally I drift away from my partner once we are not in constant communication. I begged and begged that I was okay with us not seeing each other for a while, but I wanted us to maintain the communication via text, phone calls and others. She didn't want to have that. She wanted complete detachment. So I obliged and we stopped communicating. I had heard of mental health stuff, but I never thought it could happen to me. Charlie, I was depressed. I was breaking down. I needed help, but I didn't get it. The few people I confided in thought I was reacting and urged me to be a man. I was bold enough to walk to a private hospital and ask for help. I needed it. They treated me really well, gave me a therapist who helped me through it all. I am okay now, but Charlie, mental health issues be real. Guys, if it doesn't happen to you, you'll figure it will not happen. Anyway, my girlfriend came over last night after over 4 months of not seeing each other. She has finished with her space. She feels okay and wants us to continue. Charlie, I sacked her from there one time. The roller coaster no be easy. I was suffering in silence. I was breaking down. So I was dating this guy and we broke up. Now he's sending me threatening messages that he wants his phone back. I am scared. He broke up with me rather. I was just there and he ghosted me, came back to tell me to return his phone. It's an iPhone 8. Guys, I'm in trouble. I have been suspecting my guy of cheating and he stepped out to get me something to eat. Out of curiosity, I tried opening his phone and it didn't work after several attempts. Couldn't hold myself together, so I didn't stop. Now there is a notice on the screen that iPhone is unavailable. Try again in 8 hours. I need help. My heart is beating fast. Please, how can I fix it? I've tried to turn it on and off. Sir, he did definitely beat me if he comes. It's always my fault why he beats me, gosh. I regret cry, I'm shaking. Please, if you know how I can go and make it vanish, just help me. Well, I did prefer he beats me than I running away, so he breaks up with me. He's locked the place, and even if I open it, I can't run away from my love. You all don't know what I get and how much he loves me. Beating me is nothing compared to the love he has for me. If you know that they beat you and you are still in love and you want to stay, why would you go and take the phone and fidget until 8 hours? Now they are saying wait till 8 hours. Eh? And clearly you are very okay with the beatings and you are prepared, and you know the very next thing after this particular problem is beating. So you sit down and prepare and then wait and collect. Okay. I thought I found the love of my life here on Judo. I couldn't stop thinking about him. I felt good whenever I saw Kofi's message, but the energy died. I was always texting first. I stopped, and it's been a month since I heard from him. I finally gathered courage to send him a whole text explaining how I feel. It's been 4 days and no reply, but the message has been delivered. I had no choice than to take things for how it is and delete his number. And yeah, is you, the way we used to vibe well and how he made me feel special. I never knew a time would come where he wouldn't even reply my messages. Oh, Kofi, why you like that? Why did you do that? Sorry, okay. Kofi didn't try. I met a guy here under a post and he sent me a request. We had a little chat, sent our conversation to Telegram. He was in a rush to see my pictures. He requested and I delivered. He ghosted after seeing the pictures without me seeing his. He didn't utter a word. It might mean I earned his perk, but at least he should have told me. Let me share how I found out that a guy I was in a relationship with was gay. He's an organist in my church and we attend the same university. Apparently, we started dating when we got to uni. We're all about this sex after marriage rule. We were following it, but I realized that he wasn't interested in any sexual activity. So I felt he was a good guy and just wanted to abstain from all unholiness. No shade, but he was a butcher boy. He had this male friend who went abroad after school and was going to come to Ghana at the time, and it made him very happy, which was weird. I saw a weird message about the guy asking if they could meet at a hotel because his roommates are around, but he said they wanted to do some friendship conference. Mind you, at that time gayism wasn't even in mind, because gayism, as a man, he was never in the mood for any sexual thing. But as a church keyboardist, I felt like he was being chased, and I was proud of him and boasting about him to my friends. If you want to have a relationship with a man, why will you waste my time? Fast forward, his roommate told me that he's concerned about something and he thinks the guy is gay because his friend came around and he saw them kiss. My ex and I insulted his roommate after that because he was like, his roommate likes me and was trying to ruin things for us. Things got weird as time went on. The dates his friend was taking him to and the weird pictures they used to take became as two boys. Some actions were just weird. I found out that both of them were accused of being partners at school, and he said it was just because of how close they were, because they had been through a lot together. I questioned him about the way he makes me feel like I'm not sexually appealing to him because he hardly kisses me soft and makes it look like I'm stressing him if I ask for a kiss. I decided to go through their chats because I spoke to my friend about it and she said it's not normal, so I should try and find out. Lo and behold, I saw messages that made me vomit and traumatized for days. Even dick pics, a message of him saying his butt hurts from last night and the guy is good. Up until now, I'm still traumatized. I wanted to wipe my lips of all the kisses he has ever given me because this was unbelievable. In the text for this man, this guy was angrily asking him why he got a girlfriend and if he is bi now. He said no, and we haven't fucked before. He just entered a relationship with me because he was getting suspected and I was a close friend. My main aim was to embarrass him because I felt hurt, but I was advised not to do so. How could he? Till date, I still can't picture him taking back shots because he doesn't look like someone who would do that at all. Very handsome and muscular. Thank God I didn't have sex with him. I gave a testimony in my youth class. He was there. I was open and told people about how the devil almost used me. Hey, he should have just told you, because on his part, this is some next level of cruelty. Like, you tag someone along, you won't allow them move on, and she's there thinking you are the one. Meanwhile, you know you are not the one. That's not fair.